An independent library in Humboldt Park is fighting to keep its doors open after operating for nearly 16 years. Chicago Tonight's Joanna Hernandez speaks with the founder about how she's trying to keep it running.
Wright Library in Humboldt Park is not your traditional city library.
This is just an absolutely incredible artist book with a music piece. Is really like nothing else that you would ever see out there.
You can find creative books like this among collections of zines, neighborhood newspapers, poetry, novels, cookbooks, and personal narratives by people who are incarcerated. Publications Taylor says you won't find at a Chicago public library.
Within the Cook County Temporary Juvenile Justice Center, the very first thing I turn to in here is a poem called What It's Like to Be a Smart Girl, and thinking about promise that so many people have.
I always wanted to be challenged, but I can't because I live with so much violence. My mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Nell Taylor was in her early 20s when she had the idea to create a space where people could connect to different parts of the city through art and culture using local media.
Right away, we just started getting librarians together in my living room and talking about, you know, hey, what are all the problems when stories get left out of the record? What are all the problems in cataloging, in the ways that it misrepresents people, in the way that it pigeonholes people into certain places where they don't identify with?
It started in 2006 as the Chicago Underground Library, and over the years, the community-driven project has grown, finding permanent space for the last 10 years on the corner of California and Walton.
It's just been such an incredible space to grow into. When we first started, we were just in the back here, which was about 600 square feet. We could maybe fit 10 people around the table for a field trip. A few years ago, when we were able to expand into the front room, that gave us 1,600 square feet, a lot more flexibility.
Taylor says the independent space has focused on hosting community programming and pop-up libraries aimed at giving the community access to local stories. Now the volunteer-run library is losing its space at the end of the month.
I think one of my favorite ones is, what does your ideal library look like? It's a snail saying you have late fees.
Hoping to keep the operation alive, Taylor is searching for a new location in Humboldt Park where it can continue to flourish.
To lose that and have to start all over again and look for another place that can give us that but can also support us in growing and sustaining is really a huge mountain to climb.
It's been 15 years since Taylor took on this passion project running on donations. In order to save it and find an affordable space, she is hoping to raise $50,000 that will help move and store more than 6,000 local publications. With those donations, she is also hoping to switch from volunteers to paid staff.
The memories in this space and what are the effects of it, that people react to the power of being told that your story does matter.
For Chicago Tonight, I'm Joanna Hernandez.
And if you're interested in learning how you can help, you can visit our website.